All right, so I just got back from watching Michael, the latest music biopic movie about Michael Jackson, obviously. This is a very hyped movie this year, and I'm watching it a little late because I was sick over the weekend, so I couldn't see it. I didn't want to watch it with a sore throat, obviously. So I waited till I was relatively healthy to go watch this movie. So I don't know who's going to watch this review, but hey, I'm adding it to my movie journal as I've come to view this channel as. So I wanted to see it anyway. So these are my thoughts. And this is also take two because my first review of this movie didn't quite save or whatever. So I'm trying this again. So I'm going to try to remember the points I made. So if it sounds like I'm thinking a lot more than usual, it's because I'm trying to remember what I said. But anyway, so since I started this whole movie journal thing, I've seen a lot of music biopics about people that I am aware of, and I might know one or two of their songs. But I am by no means a big fan of theirs. I'm just I respect what they've done, but I don't know a lot of their work. Bob Marley was one of them. Bruce Springsteen was another. I'm not trying to diminish any of these people. They were, fantastic musicians, but just I didn't grow up with their music. But Michael Jackson is different. I don't think you can exist on this planet without being aware of who Michael Jackson was and his songs. There's so many Michael Jackson songs that I love. My favorite is Thriller. I love that song. But anyway, so I was quite looking forward to this movie because I was, going to be able to watch a music biopic of someone that I know. So there are big shoes to fill for the main actor, Jafar Jackson, who, believe it or not, is Michael Jackson's real life nephew. So he was portraying his uncle in this movie, and I think he does a really good job. He does a really good job capturing his mannerisms and especially his dance moves. Which are so hard, I feel like, to replicate. But he does such a good job. So watching him perform on stage in the movie, I don't know, just it was a little taste of what it might have been like in real life. So that was cool. And that kind of leads me into my thoughts of the movie as a whole, where I enjoyed this movie more than I liked it. And here's what I mean. Here's why I'll say that. So I enjoyed this movie as an experience. It's like you enjoy eating cotton candy, where it doesn't last very long, but you're enjoying it while it's there. So this movie is an experience, especially in the theater. The songs, the music, the performances, the dances. It's so cool to just see these events from Michael Jackson's prime, from his days in the Jackson 5 all the way up into the bad era. Just seeing these events play out, it was just so cool and so fun. And the music is so catchy. Like, if you like Michael Jackson, you're gonna enjoy this movie a lot like I did. But there's a reason why the movie stops in his bad era after he releases Bad, before the allegations start. Now, there's a legal reason why it does that, because legally they can't depict that sort of stuff. But this movie's not interested in tarnishing or bringing Michael Jackson down or even thinking about him critically in any way, which is why I don't like this movie. I enjoyed the movie, but I don't like it because it is the most basic biopic movie I've seen in a long, long time. I don't know if it's the most basic ever, but it's the most basic I've seen in a while. If you've seen any music biopic movie, you've seen Michael, except, not the Michael Jackson part of it. But it's structurally the same as any cliche music biopic movie. It hits the same beats. It's not edited in any different way. It doesn't present itself in any new ways. It doesn't hyperfixate on one thing. It's trying to get you the broad strokes, so we're not getting a lot of character development. All the characters in this movie, Michael, his dad, his mom, that's basically all the characters in the movie. But the main characters, they're all just one note basic, and there's no nuance to anybody. And I think because of that, for me personally, this movie's not going to have a long shelf life. I'm going to enjoy watching it once, maybe twice, but after that, I'll just keep listening to his music because this movie is very similar to the Mario Galaxy movie, where it's fantastic icing, but no cake. There is no substance to this movie. Now, the icing that we get is really good, and I can speak with some level of authority on that because I, grew up with his songs. Unlike Mario, where I didn't grow up, so I was very aware of the fact that there's no cake. Here, I'm still aware that there's no cake, but I don't care as much because I like the icing this time. But I don't think I'm going to keep going back to this movie to get my Michael Jackson experience because there's not a lot to chew on here. It's just icing or cotton candy, if you will. So I think if you still worship Michael Jackson, like you just absolutely adore the man and you think he's done no wrong, I think you're going to really, really dig this movie. I think you're going to love it. If you don't like Michael Jackson, you think he's worshipped too much and you want to focus more on the messier parts of his life, this movie might actually upset you with how hero worshipy it is of Michael. I kind of fall down the middle, where I enjoyed the movie for what it is, but I wish it was made a little more thoughtfully, with instead of just Michael Jackson was great and we're not going to focus on any details of his life in any big huge way. We're not going to focus on anything. There's not going to be any character development really. Michael was just great and we're going to end before any of the messy stuff happened, and and that's about it. So I think your mileage will vary with this movie depending on how you feel about Michael Jackson as a person. So those are my thoughts on Michael.